Hello and welcome to today's lecture on types of three-phase connections. In the previous lecture, we have discussed what are the different types of three-phase voltages, what are the different types of three-phase windings, how do we represent these three-phase voltages in mathematical form using trigonometric equations, also how to denote them in polar form, and as well as representing the three-phase voltages in the form of graphical waveforms. We also studied about how to draw the phasor diagram for the three-phase voltages as well as the three-phase currents, and also we learned about what is the meaning of phase sequence and what is the significance of positive phase sequence and negative phase sequence in the three-phase AC circuits. In today's class, we are going to discuss what are the different types of three-phase connections. Clear? Basically, there are two types of connections in three-phase AC circuits. They are called as star connection and delta connection. So in a three-phase circuits, there are three-phase voltages, three-phase transmission lines, three-phase transformers, three-phase loads, and so on. All are connected either in star or in delta based on the requirement and applications. Here there are two types of connections. One is a star connection, other one is a delta connection. How to connect three voltage sources in a star connection or Y connection. A star connection is also called as a Y connection because it represents a star. Here you have taken three voltage sources. The name of the voltage source is VA, VB and VC, three sources. In the previous lecture, we have denoted these lines or three phases as with letters R, Y and B. Here we are denoting it with letter A, B and C. It hardly makes any difference. Only thing what is important is you need to identify the element and its terminals and how they are connected and determine the appropriate line quantities or phase quantities. It doesn't matter if it is VR, VY, VB or if it is VA, VB, VC. Clear? So in this class we are going to denote it with A, B and C. So here there are three voltage sources VA, VB and VC, single phase voltage source elements. So here there is a plus sign and minus sign. This is just for us to understand active sign convention, that is to indicate what is the direction of current flowing. Merely, there is no significance of positive and negative sign in AC circuits because the AC voltage or AC current is instantaneously continuously changing with time. Clear? So here this is the voltage VA. It is having plus and minus. VB is also having plus and minus. VC is also having plus and minus. So these three voltage sources are said to be connected in star if one terminal is common to all these three elements. Here you can see all the negative terminals are joined to the point N, where N is called neutral point. Here there is phase A, phase B and phase C. So these three are connected in star. Similarly, we will see three ideal voltage sources which are connected in delta. So here you can see three voltage sources VA, VB, VC. All these three are connected in delta. Such that, see, this positive of one source is connected to negative of one source. Again the positive of another source is connected to negative of another source. That is, positive of source C is connected to negative of source B. Positive of source B is connected to negative of source A. Clear? Here these three sources are connected such that they are forming one closed loop or a delta. So that's why this is called as delta connection. It is also called as pi connection. Here there are three lines which are coming out of these phases. Line A, B and C. Here you may get one doubt. Why are you connecting only in this fashion, in star connection and delta connection? Clear? See, most of the practical industrial applications, you can see that the three-phase sources are connected in star or delta because when you connect these voltage sources, AC voltage source in star or delta, what happens is the magnitude of the line voltages or the line currents will get amplified, or they can be increased or they can be decreased based upon the type of connections. And this increase and decrease by some factor, say root 3, will be helpful for designing the machines. Suppose for an alternator, if you connect in a star, clear, here in a star the line voltages are more than the phase voltage. That means the phase voltage is less. And in transformers we have studied, when the AC voltage is phase voltage is less, that means it requires less number of turns. When the less number of turns, less number of, so there is a saving in the copper material. That means you can transmit the voltage at high levels using the less number of turns by using this type of a connection. Similarly, you can also reduce the magnitude of current, or you can also change the amount of insulation required for the windings in the generators. So there are some advantages and by using this type of connections. Previously, we are having only ideal voltage sources. We are having only the internal impedance of the three sources is nullified. That means we have neglected the internal impedance of the three sources. So here you have three voltage sources. The winding resistance and winding inductance are represented by resistance Rw. Xw denote the reactance of the winding. They are added in series with the voltage sources to indicate the practical voltage source. So all the three voltage sources are having three windings to indicate the internal impedance of the sources. Here you can see these three voltage sources, VA, VB and VC, they are connected in delta, and the internal impedance of these voltage sources, that means the practical sources, are represented here. These type of circuits will be very helpful for solving some numericals where the internal impedance of the source will be given and must be taken into account for doing the calculations. See, so far we have seen three voltage sources that are connected in star or they are connected in delta. Similarly, there are three-phase loads which can be connected in star or which can be connected in delta. Here, this is ZY is one load, ZY, ZY. That means three loads that are connected in star and one neutral point is taken. Our connection need not necessarily indicate a symbol of star. Only thing that is important is one terminal must be common to all the three loads. Is it clear? So here there are three terminals VA, VB, VC which can be connected to the three phase sources. Similarly, we see the delta connection. Here you can see three loads, three impedances that are connected in the form of delta, and three lines or three terminals are taken out to connect to the three phase sources at these terminals A, B and C. You can observe that in a delta connected load, the neutral is absent. Now we will derive what is the magnitude of voltages and currents in delta connection and star connection. So far we have seen there are two connections in the sources and two connections in the loads, that is star connected source, delta connected source, star connected load and delta connected load. So there are four possibilities, 2 into 2, that is four possibilities of connecting the source and the load. So here this is the three phase voltage source, here three phase loads, and these two are connected by using some three phase line. The terminal A will be connected to terminal A of load, terminal B of source will be connected to terminal B of load, terminal C of source will be connected to terminal C of the load. So possible configurations are four: star star, which indicates a star connected voltage source and a star connected three phase load. Similarly, star delta indicates a star connected voltage source, a delta connected three phase load. Delta star indicates delta connected three phase voltage source and a star connected three phase load. Similarly, delta delta indicates the voltage source and the load are both connected in delta. Now we will see what are the phase quantities and line quantities in the star connection as well as in the delta connection. So see here, phase quantities indicates here you can take each element as one phase and the terminals that are coming out can be considered as lines. So here these are the points or terminals where you can connect the loads or transmission lines. So these are the points that indicates lines and these are the phases. Okay, in a star connection it is very clear that whatever current that is coming out of the phase A, the same current is going to the load or through the line. So here you can assume that the line currents will be equal to the phase currents in a star connection. In a star connection, the line current will be same as the phase current. Clear? So here VAN, VBN, VCN indicates the phase voltages. Similarly, IA, IB, IC indicates the phase currents which are same as the line currents. However, if you measure the voltage between terminal A and terminal B, here the voltage is between two lines. It is called as line voltage denoted by VAB. That is, this voltage is calculated by taking the difference between the potential at point A and the potential at point B. So VAB means VA minus VB. Similarly, the voltage between terminal B and terminal C is called line voltage VBC, which is given by the difference in the magnitude of potential at B minus potential at C. So VBC is equal to VB minus VC. So one important thing to note here is in a three-phase star connection, the line current and the phase current are equal, whereas the line voltage and phase voltages are not equal. Similarly, we will see in the delta connection. In a delta connection, there are three terminals that can be connected to lines: terminal A, terminal B, and terminal C, and three currents that are coming to these terminals. So this current is IA, this current is IB, and this current is IC. So these currents IA, IB, IC are called line currents. Now, if you measure the voltage between point A and point B, that is voltage VAB, here the voltage across this element or this phase, here it is observed that the voltage across this element is also same as the line voltage VAB, because these two terminals you can see are same as the terminals across this phase voltage VAB. So clear? Is it clear? So here in this delta connection, the line voltage and phase voltages are equal. However, the line currents and the phase currents are not equal. Here you can see the current flowing through this phase is IAB, the current flowing through this phase is ICA, the current flowing through this phase is IBC. Here, but whereas the current flowing through the lines is IA, IB, IC. So line currents and the phase currents are not equal in delta. However, the line voltages and phase voltages are equal. Now we will derive what is the magnitude of the line voltage and line current in case of a star connected load. For that we assume a resistive load. Here you can see this is a three-phase star connected. It is given by VAN. In the phasor form you can write it as V phase at an angle 0. In the polar form you can write it as V phase at an angle 0. So what will be VBN? V phase at an angle minus 120. VCN will be V phase at an angle minus 240, and I phase indicates the current through this phase, which is same as the line current IL. IL denotes the line current in this phase IA. Clear? So here it is connected to a resistive load. Similarly, IB denotes the current in the phase B. IC denotes the current in the phase C. Since it is a balanced voltage source, all the three currents will have equal magnitude and the currents in each phase can be assumed as I phi. IL indicates the line current, which is same as the phase current in case of a star connected. VAB denotes the voltage between terminal A and terminal B. It is the line voltage VAB. Similarly, the voltage between terminal B and terminal C is the voltage VBC. The voltage between the terminal C and terminal A is the voltage VCA. So the current in any line is same as the current in each phase in case of a star connection. So here the line current is equal to the phase current. This is one important note from the three-phase star connection. So now we derive what is the magnitude of line voltage in a three-phase star connection. So we know that the voltage between the terminal points VA and B is VAB line voltage, which can be given as VA minus VB. We know that VA is equal to at an angle 0, V phi at an angle 0 minus V phi at an angle minus 120. So this polar form can be represented in rectangular form. V phi at an angle 0 is nothing but V phi minus V phi at an angle minus 120 can be written as V phi into cos minus 120, which is minus 1 by 2, minus plus j sin V phi into sin 120, which is minus root 3 by 2. So V phi and this term is written in polar form. In the polar form is converted into the rectangular form. Now simple doing mathematical calculations, 1 minus of minus 1 by 2 will be 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2 into V phi minus j into root 3 by 2 V phi. So we will get this term. And then you can take out root 3 common. What you get is root 3 by 2 plus j into I by 2. Root 3 by 2 is nothing but cos 30 degrees plus j sin 30 is nothing but 1 by 2. So you can write it again in polar form as VAB, the line voltage VAB is equal to root 3 V phi at an angle 30 degrees. That means the voltage, line voltage VAB will have a magnitude root 3 times of the phase voltage, and it will be leading the phase voltage. The phasor will be leading the phase voltage by an angle 30 degrees. As the three phase voltages are displaced from each other by 120 degrees, similarly the line voltages will also be displaced from each other by 120 degrees. Therefore, if you take VAB root 3 by V phi at an angle 30 degrees, root 3 V phi at an angle 30 degrees, you can write VBC as the same magnitude root 3 V phi at an angle 30 minus 120. So you will get it as VBC will be root 3 into V phi at an angle 30 minus 120 is minus 90 degrees. Similarly, you will get VCA is equal to the same magnitude root 3 phi at an angle minus 90 minus 120. What is 90 minus 120? Minus 90 minus 120 is 210 degrees. So this is the three line voltages. They are having a magnitude of root 3 times the phase voltages, and these are the angles subtended by these corresponding voltages. Clear? So if you take the line voltage and the phase voltage, the relation between line voltage and phase voltage in a three-phase star connection is VLL is equal to line voltage is equal to root 3 times phase voltage. Root 3 times phase voltage. The line current is same as the phase current as seen earlier. Clear? So now we see the phasor diagram, how to draw the phasor diagram. Initially in the previous lecture you have studied how to draw the three-phase AC voltage source. Three-phase AC voltage source phasor. So there are three phases VAN, VBN, VCN, which are mutually at 120 degrees from each other. Clear? So VA, VB, VC. All these three phasors are having equal magnitude and they are displaced from each other by 120 degrees. Now, in order to obtain line voltage VAB, what is VAB line voltage formula? VA minus VB. So this phasor, if it is rotated to 180 degrees, it will become minus VBN. So here you can see this phasor, when it is rotated to 180 degrees, the value will become minus VB1. If we add these two, VA minus VBN, by using parallelogram, the resultant vector or resultant phasor will be coming across this diagonal, which is having a magnitude equal to the root mean square value of these two vectors. So you can see you have to draw one phasor that is parallel to this and add it to this vector VAN. So phasor VAN plus VBN will give the resultant phasor. You can see that this is the black color phasor. Here it is represented as VAB. So this is the line voltage VAB, which is leading the reference phase voltage VA by an angle 30 degrees as indicated here. Similarly, VBC will be leading the corresponding phase voltage by 30 degrees, but with respect to reference or with respect to line voltage, it should subtend an angle of 120 degrees, that is 90 plus 30, that is nothing but 120 degrees. You should remember here one point, the line voltage VBC is leading VB by only 30 degrees. The phase voltage will lag the line voltage by 30 degrees in a star connection. But however, all the three line voltages must be displaced from each other by 120 degrees. If you measure the angle between VAB, VBC and VCA, mutually everything is 120 degrees. And you take any phase voltage or any line voltage, the line voltage must lead its phase voltage by 120 degrees. It should lead by 30 degrees. You see here, VAB is leading VA by how much? 30 degrees. VBC is leading VB by how much? 30 degrees. VCA is leading VCM by how much? 30 degrees. Is it clear? So this is the phasor diagram for three-phase star-connected voltage sources. Clear? Now we will see delta connection and we will derive what is the line voltages and line currents and phase voltages and phase currents. What is the relation between these quantities? For that, you assume a resistive load is connected to a three-phase delta connected source. Here you can see a three-phase delta connected source VAB, which can be represented as the phase voltage V5 at an angle 0. VBC is the phase voltage which lags VAB by 120 degrees. Similarly, VCA is the voltage that lags VBC by 120 degrees. Clear? So here there is a three-phase voltage source which is connected to a resistive load. The phase currents are IAB. The phase current between point A and point C is ICA. The phase current between point C and point B is IBC. Is it clear? This positive sign indicates active sign convention. That means current should always leave the terminal that is positive if the element is a source. If the element is a load, the current should always enter the terminal. If it is a passive element, the current should always enter the terminal that is positive. If it is an active element, it should always leave the terminal that is positive. Okay, so here IA, IB, IC are the line currents of the three lines, line A, line B and line C. Because it is balanced load, we are taking the phase voltage as V5 and the line currents as IL. Clear? Here you can observe that these two terminals, terminal A and terminal B, is same as small a and small b. Clear? So that means they are connected in parallel. In parallel, we know that the voltages are equal. The voltage between line A and line B is same as the voltage between phase AB. So voltage VAB. So line voltage must be equal to the phase voltage in case of a delta connection. But however, you can see here the line currents are not equal to the phase currents. Line current. So this is line current IA. Now we have to derive what is the relation between line currents and phase currents. So we know by applying KCL at this point, we apply KCL at this point A. We know KCL states that the sum of currents entering a junction must be equal to algebraic sum of currents leaving the junction. So what are the currents that are leaving the junction? IA, ICA. What is the current that is entering the junction A? IAB. So sum of currents leaving means IA plus ICA must be equal to sum of currents entering IAB. So IA plus ICA is equal to IAB. From which you can write IA is equal to IAB minus ICA. So that is what written here. IA is equal to IAB minus ICA. In a phasor form, we know I phase at an angle 0 is IAB, that is the phase AB. Similarly, phase CA will be minus I5 at an angle plus 240. Clear? So from this you can write I phase, that is equal to I phase minus of minus 1 by 2 plus j into root 3 by 2 I phase. So you will get 3 by 2 I phase minus j into root 3 by 2 I phase, from which you can take out root 3 into I phase common, and cos, this can be written as cos 30 degrees and this can be written as cos sin 30 degrees. 1 by 2 can be written as sin 30 degrees. So what you will get is root 3 I phase at an angle minus 30 degrees. From this it is very clear, that is the line current must be equal to root 3 times the phase current, and it will lag the phase current by an angle minus 30 degrees. So in delta connection, it is very important you remember the line current will lag the phase current, whereas in star connection, the line voltage will lead the phase voltage. In delta connection, the line current will lag the phase current and its magnitude is more than the phase current. Line current is equal to root 3 times phase current. Clear? But it is lagging at an angle minus 30 degrees. All the three phases are symmetrical. Therefore, they have to differ by a phase difference of 120 degrees. So minus 30 minus 120 is 150 and minus 150 minus 120 is minus 270. These angles will be helpful while drawing the phasor diagram. The magnitude of line current is equal to root 3 times the magnitude of phase current. So here you can see the line currents and phase currents. First of all, you draw the phase currents IAB, IBC and ICA. Clear? So these three are equal in magnitude and mutually distant from each other by 120 degrees. So what is IA? Line current IA, it must lag the current phase current IAB by an angle 30 degrees and its magnitude must be equal to root 3 times phase current. So this is the phasor IA. This is the phasor IB. This is the phasor IC. Clear? In this lecture, we have studied that there are two types of connections of three-phase elements. Either you can connect in star or you can connect in delta. Clear? In star connection, it is clear that the line currents and the phase currents are same. However, the line voltages are greater than the phase voltages. The line voltage is equal to root 3 times the phase voltage. And if you see the phasor diagram, the line voltages will lead the phase voltages by 30 degrees. Now coming to delta connection, in a delta connection, the line voltages and the phase voltages are equal. The line voltages and phase voltages are equal. The line currents are more than the phase currents. The line current is equal to root 3 times the phase current. However, the line current will lag the phase current by an angle of minus 30 degrees. Thank you.